On Monday, we've had a couple days to think about our past year. The narrative hasn't changed. It was certainly a year of inconsistencies. You think back to some of our defensive struggles, which put a lot of stress on our rotation, which then, of course, led to some inconsistencies with the rotation. And then, from a base running standpoint, it didn't go quite as we had planned. I also feel like, from a bullpen standpoint, having to adjust the closer midstream is never easy. Very fortunate that Busch stepped up and gave us the kind of year he had, but it certainly diminished some of the depth in the bullpen that we thought. And as we sat here last year, one of the things we did want to focus on was improving our offense. I feel we checked the box, but you could argue at what cost, and it's certainly fair game. And just from a real high level, from just a baseball operations standpoint, before I turn it over to Mike, is feel really good about where we are. You think about this past year, we had our 3 rookie teams win championships. We had 2 other teams qualify for the postseason. We were very aggressive in the international market, and I think Moy and his staff did a really nice job of bringing talent into our pipeline. I think we had a tremendous draft. We were very opportunistic in that, and I think Grady Flores and his group did a really good job given the circumstances. And then ultimately, when you look at where we are for our future, it bodes very well because of that talent. So, as we look to 2017, we have to focus on what that trade market will look like, what the free agent market will look like. We have to determine what we want our club to look like, and so over the next week or two, Mike and I and his staff will formulate a plan on what players, where they'll play, and what that looks like. It's hard to tell you exactly what our focus is this offseason until we know exactly how we want our club to look, but we'll take some time to do that. And as you can imagine, first time we've really had October free in a while, and so as a group, collectively, we'll catch our breath. And then we will focus on what our 2017 strategy should look like. But overall, very excited about where we are. We certainly understand we're in a competitive environment. You look at all the clubs in our division, it doesn't really look like anybody's going to try to take a step backwards moving forward. And it really will put a lot of pressure on us to find ways to continue to be successful. But we look forward to that. And at this point, I'll turn it over to Mike.
Not sure exactly where to go from all of that. I think it was all well said and documented throughout the year. You all know where I stand on most of these topics, so I'm sure we're going to start with some questions. But really, my view of our team, apart from the things that Mo's already mentioned, some of the inconsistencies that I know not just frustrated our fan base, but our team as well, to the point of trying to figure out things midstream to do differently, and we're anxious about trying to put a model together. Obviously, figure out the people first, and then try to put something together that we believe is going to give us a more consistent approach on the defensive side, on the base running side, and even offensively, all the way across the board. And those are things that we try to implement in the middle of the year. It becomes difficult at times, so have long homework assignments for staff and for players, and looking forward to trying to figure out how to come back in a different, better state of mind and physically and in preparation. So we do have a lot of time to work on that, and we've already begun.